Welcome back, everybody, to all new fast food pit stops. We took a couple of days off to take care of some real life priorities, but I'm back for another fast food review. Today we're at Chick-fil-A in Spartanburg, South Carolina, and we're going to check out the new superfood side item here at Chick-fil-A. Now, a few weeks ago, I think it's a few weeks ago, Chick-fil-A introduced this brand new superfood side item. I'll show it right here. And there was a little bit of controversy, well, a lot of controversy, because Chick-fil-A decided to discontinue their classic coleslaw that they used to serve or offer as a side item or serve with some of their chicken dishes. And I personally liked it. There's some coleslaws I don't particularly care for, like KFC, for instance. If you saw my Nashville hot chicken review, go down below to click the link. I chose to not get the coleslaw there because KFC isn't all that great on the coleslaw level. But here at Chick-fil-A, the coleslaw was actually pretty decent. I think it was like a mayonnaise base. Well, Chick-fil-A has decided to completely get rid of the coleslaw and introduce this new superfood side item. So what's the big deal about the superfood side item? Well, A, it's a salad. B, it's made with kale. And C, it has some kind of vinaigrette and some nut. Well, the salad's a little special. It's made of a blend of broccolini, which in my mind, I think broccoli and tortellini, which sounds disgusting. So you have kale and broccolini. Now, of course, it's not tortellini, but we're gonna be here to try it because I was wanting to check this out for a little bit ever since it dropped. It comes in two different sizes, a small and then I guess a large. I opted to go ahead and get the bigger size just because I think the smaller size is just not probably an ample amount to do a full review on. Let's go ahead and get this started, you guys. You ready? All right, me too. Let's go. Now, I'm expecting it to be obviously sweet because they are kind of glazed. So yeah, and right off the bat, you can sort of smell like that sugar, kind of the maple smell a little bit. So like a candied, nut. I want you to take a look at this. Now it definitely looks nice and bright and cheery. It looks like a nice healthy salad. I don't know all the specifications on the vinaigrette. I'm sure, there's probably some elements in it that make it probably some artificial things. It's certainly not marketed as an organic salad or anything like that, but it's supposed to be, very low in calories, and obviously being a superfood item, give you, tons of energy. I mean, I can see where people maybe would get upset that this is the substitute for coleslaw. So let's go ahead and sprinkle some of these things on and give it a try. Do this without spilling. We certainly don't want any spills in the car. I like salads, but I'm not really sure on the kale and the broccolini, I guess. That's the broccolini, and then the kale, which if you've never seen kale before, I bet you probably have. If you go on to, they use kale normally as like a garnishment, but it's supposed to be high in a lot of, vitamins, beta carotene, things that are supposed to be really good for you. And kale is supposed to be a superfood. So I think coming into this, I don't know what my expectations were, but I mean, I guess, it could be a lot worse. All right, let's go ahead and try out this new superfood side item from Chick-fil-A. Not sure what to expect, but here we go. Oh my God. Oh, I gotta wash this down. Oh, it's not helping. Oh God, it's like I'm in a dream. Hang on, I can pinch myself. It's not working. Ugh. Thankfully, that didn't happen in real life. So let's go ahead and try this out and see what it's all about. It smells like a lot of green. And green does have a smell. I already feel smarter. As Dame would say, I don't know, B. It has a fresh taste to it. Definitely a lot of sweetness. There's certainly kind of blending the sweet flavors in from the roasted nuts, and then it has that maple glaze vinaigrette, which is pretty good. I don't normally always go like for a vinaigrette, but you know, an occasional vinaigrette or something with a vinegar and oil base or an Italian dressing is nice. It doesn't leave kind of, you know, a lingering after effect, so that's good. There's no kind of weird aftertaste or anything like that. It's certainly not like sitting and eating, you know, a bunch of broccoli. In this case, this is actually pretty fresh. Don't mistake my excitement for this being, you know, an out of the park winner. I'm still just trying to embrace the taste, I guess. I know it looks like I'm struggling through it. It's actually kind of warm, and I probably should have taken off my jacket before I started the review, but we're already into it here, so. I think every bite I take, I'm just trying to remember how much more energy and how much smarter and how much better looking this is gonna make me. And it really helps to kind of get it down the throat. I just hope that tonight, after this review is well and done, and I've already uploaded it, that the rest of my body has as much acceptance as my willpower, because I'm not sure what a kale salad is like coming out the other end. It's sweet. The cherries offer some tartness and aren't bad. If you've ever had like those ocean sprayed, you know, dried cranberries, you know, it would be the consistency of that, but also dried cherries, the same kind of thing. So they're pretty good. Let's get a little look at one of these cherries here. Kind of like a, see if I can spear it. Great. That one looks crushed. I don't know, maybe got caught on the factory floor. It's still delicious. And cherries by themselves, if you pick them out, are really good. With that maple vinaigrette, they're nice. This looks like it was just cut up today. I mean, it's really fresh and pretty good. I think if you went somewhere like a Whole Foods or another, you know, gourmet grocery, you'd pay a lot more than $3 for this. I can't imagine what the small size would be though, right? I mean, I'm trying to, you know, use something as an example to scale. I mean, you'll just have to believe me. It can fit just kind of in the palm of my hand. I mean, I don't know, it's probably good for maybe a dozen good bites. So maybe that is, you know, pretty decent, because I guess a full-size salad would be, you know, $6, $7. So they don't offer this like in a larger size though, but I could see, you know, somebody maybe that was really into this wanting, you know, a much bigger portion of this. I think that they tossed this fresh in the back. It's not already pre-made. I actually had to wait a couple of minutes while they made this, or you know, in the back for me. And you can see some of the nuts here. You got some of the almonds and the pecans and the walnuts. So I'm pretty much tearing into this. You know, I think it's pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my last bite here and go ahead and give my review. I think that barring what my possible expectations for this review could have been in the outcome and the results, which thankfully did not really happen in real life, I think the price was okay. I definitely hope to feel some of the benefits and the energy and the effects of what a superfood can do. I don't think I would have ever thought to have made this on my own. Should this replace coleslaw though? No, I don't think so. I think Chick-fil-A should have definitely kept the coleslaw on the menu. I think there was some conspiracy going out there. I even read on the internet, because everything on the internet, you know, is true. Maybe they were going to bring the coleslaw back, and this was a big PR move just to kind of get, you know, talk and everything else about it. Because I guess if they had just introduced the superfood salad and just threw it up on the board as a side item, you know, is anybody really gonna, you know, complain? Probably not. But the fact that they removed such a core element from their menu, which is their coleslaw, which naturally goes with fried chicken. I mean, name a fried chicken chain that doesn't offer coleslaw. So to remove that item and bring in a superfood item like this that's completely different. So I think it was a brave move on their part, and I was happy to come out and check it out today. So on my scale of 1 to 10, thankfully, I'm gonna rate this higher than what I maybe expected coming into it. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 6. I thought it was decent. I thought it was above the marginal average. The nuts were nice, you know, you'd get a different bite here and there. The cherries were themselves actually pretty good. The dressing I thought was tangy, and it did have a little bit of that, almost like an Italian flavor, but then it was, you know, backed off with the sweet. So that maple flavor kind of comes right through and breaks through that Italian. And I hope that if you get a chance to try it out, you know, go check it out, give it a shot. But Chick-fil-A, please bring back your coleslaw. It was pretty good. At the times that I would come to Chick-fil-A, I would sometimes get the coleslaw. I don't know that I would get this next time as a side item. I would probably get one of your other sides. This was another great review at Fast Food Pit Stops. Thanks for checking it out. I'm your host, Justin. I hope you come back for more fast food reviews, and we'll be back another time.